When Russell finally arrived, he looked different. Less strut, more slump. "Hey, Russell," Adam greeted. "Hey, Archie, Betty, Veronica, Moose, how's it going?" "It's going good, Meatwad," Russell muttered at Adam. "That's good. That's funny, Meatwad," Adam chuckled, missing the insult entirely. "You want to join us, Russell? At the table in your creepy cult of monogamy?" "No, thanks. I'm just picking up a coffee to go." Russell looked at them with disdain. "You know, you just make jokes about relationships because you wish you could have one." "Yeah, you're just jealous," Jennifer said. "You know what? I am a little bit jealous." "You're right," Russell admitted, surprising everyone. "Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go do whatever I feel like doing all the time." He turned to the counter, waiting for his espresso. Beside him stood a woman. She was older, perhaps in her 60s, with silver hair tied back elegantly, and a face that held the map of a life well lived. She glanced at Russell. "God, it's sad the way he tries to make his life sound good," Audrey whispered to the table. "Russell?" the woman at the counter asked. Russell turned, confused. "Yes, ma'am?" "Constance. Constance Williams. I lived in the building you grew up in." Russell's eyes went wide. His jaw dropped. The years peeled back in an instant. "Oh my God." "Of course. Hi. You used to take care of my cat," Constance smiled. "Oh, that's right. What was her name? I want to see her." "Did you just say Pickles?" "Snuffles," Constance corrected. "Snuffles. Yes, Snuffles." "Well, it's great to see you, Constance. Or should I call you Mrs. Robinson?" Russell grinned, his old swagger returning instantly. Constance laughed, a warm, throaty sound. "Oh, so you remember that too?" "Mm-hmm." "Wow. Who could forget? Best 18th birthday present ever." The table behind them went silent. Jeff choked on his coffee. Adam's eyes were the size of saucers. "Yes," Constance reminisced. "I made you show me your driver's license because I thought you were 14. Well, the mustache hadn't fully come in yet." "It will," Russell joked, touching his upper lip. "What an afternoon that was. You were so cute." "Well, who isn't cute with feathered hair and a skinny piano tie? Come on." "And you were so nervous," Constance added. Russell laughed nervously. "Well," Snuffles was in the room staring at me. Staring and judging, Constance nodded, and then she jumped on me right in the middle of it. "Oh, I don't think it lasted long enough to even have a middle," Constance said casually. The air left the diner. Russell froze. His smile stayed plastered on his face, but his eyes died a little. "All right, well, you made your point. Anyway, it was a long time ago." Constance patted his arm. "Yes, it was. And every time I think back on it, it makes me chuckle." "Chuckle?" Russell echoed weakly. "Anyway, if you want, you can put your items with mine. I get the senior discount," she offered kindly. "Oh, that's sweet," Russell said, his voice hollow. As Constance paid, Russell turned to the group at the table. They were staring at him. "She's 60, Russell whispered aggressively. "I hope you use protection, or you might have caught osteoporosis." "Well, she was 39 when we got together," Jeff pointed out, "and she was 39 and 10 seconds when we finished." "That's pretty weak," Adam noted. "Oh, come on, I was young," Russell defended, his voice rising. "Plus her cat Snuffles was staring at me the whole time. Freaked me out. I once dated a girl whose dog would watch us and bark," Adam offered. "Like, yell in that position." "Yeah, you don't expect that from man's best friend," Jeff sympathized. "You know what?" Russell paced. "It just bugs me that there's some woman floating around out there saying I'm bad in bed. You know? Who knows who she talks to? Pharmacists. Meals on wheels, guys." "Well, she was hot. And she still looks goodish," Jeff admitted. Russell stared at Constance's retreating back. A plan formed in his mind, a terrible, ego-driven plan. "Oh, God," Audrey groaned. You're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do." "Yes, I am," Russell declared. "But I'm gonna do it better than you think I'm gonna do. I gotta set the record straight on this one." He grabbed his coffee and chased after the senior citizen. "Wow," Jennifer said. "I'm torn between keep me posted and keep it to yourself. Can I get changed for a minute?" Adam stood up, looking uncomfortable. "Hey, what's up, meatwad?" Jeff called out, grabbing Adam's untouched waffle. "That one's mine now." Chapter 6. The Illusion of Spontaneity. Adam and Jennifer were supposed to be in a quaint bed and breakfast upstate. Instead, they were in a rented Ford Mustang, sitting in traffic on West 34th Street. The romantic getaway had been canceled due to a scheduling conflict with Jennifer's job, but Adam, in a burst of defiant optimism, had kept the car. "You know, you were right," Adam said, gripping the leather steering wheel. "We don't need to go away to be romantic. We can be romantic right here." "In a car?" Jennifer asked, looking out at the grit of the city. "It's not just a car, it's a Mustang. It represents freedom, power, the open road." "It represents $120 a day plus insurance," Jennifer countered. "Details." Adam waved a hand. "I just wanted us to have that feeling of spontaneity. Remember when we first started dating? We didn't plan everything. We went to the movies," Jennifer said. "And we planned it because if you don't buy tickets online, you end up in the front row, staring up at nostrils." "Exactly! That's the problem. We're becoming to them." Adam gestured vaguely towards the general direction of Jeff and Audrey's apartment. "We're becoming planners. Planners who talk about mortgages and interest rates." Jennifer sighed, softening. "Adam, we're getting married. We have to talk about those things. Do you think we'll have kids when we're married as long as Jeff and Audrey?" Adam froze. This was the conversation he had been trying to outrun with the horsepower of the Mustang. "We don't even have a wedding date yet. We don't need to worry about that now." "Well, that's probably what they thought," Jennifer insisted. "So let's learn from them and decide some of our big life issues right now." "Okay," Adam said, his knuckles whitening on the wheel. "I was thinking we'd have 2 kids." "Same here," Jennifer smiled. "Yeah, and we can move out of the city and get a house in, like 7 to 10 years. Yes. Somewhere really peaceful, but close enough to Manhattan so that we can make the quick drive in." Adam finished her sentence. "Exactly," Jennifer beamed. "Oh, and if I'm ever on life support, I want you to pull the plug." Adam blinked. "Oh my God, pull my plug too." "This is so great," Jennifer said, squeezing his arm. "You know, I hate it when couples say they're soulmates." "Oh, I know, me too. It's so lame and fake." Yeah, Adam agreed, feeling a surge of relief. "But we're soulmates." "Totally." For a moment, the car felt like a sanctuary. They were young, they were in love, and they agreed on everything. The future was a perfectly paved road stretching out before them. I know, Adam continued, getting carried away. "I'll go off to work, and you'll drive the kids to school in the minivan. Maybe do a little yoga, a little shopping. You come home, walk the dogs." The air inside the Mustang cooled by 10 degrees. "Yeah, I don't know if I'll have time for all that," Jennifer said, her voice tight. "I'll be working." Adam glanced at her. "I know, honey. Raising a family is a full-time job. So is running your own graphic design firm, which is what I'll be doing." Who's watching the kids?" Adam asked, the perfect picture crumbling at the edges. "We'll get help." No, I don't want a stranger raising our kids." "She's not a stranger," Jennifer said defensively. "She's a delightful English lady who at times may break into song. Besides, we'll need 2 salaries to get the house we want." No, Adam shook his head. "We don't want a mortgage so big that we both have to work." "Well, then you stay at home with the kids." "No, I'm not staying home with the kids," Adam scoffed. "You know how crazy work is right now." Silence descended on the Mustang. The leather seats suddenly felt sticky. The new car smelled suspiciously like chemicals and broken dreams. "You know, maybe we shouldn't go on this damn romantic weekend," Jennifer said quietly. "Yeah, maybe we shouldn't," Adam agreed. They sat in silence as the traffic light turned green, neither of them moving, both realizing that the road ahead was filled with more potholes than they had anticipated. Chapter 7. The Swimmers. The next day, the argument in the car had morphed into a proactive, slightly neurotic need for reassurance. If the hypothetical future was causing problems, they would solve it with science. They sat in the waiting room of a fertility clinic. The room was painted a calming shade of pastel green that did nothing to calm Adam's nerves. He looked like a man awaiting sentencing. "And once we have the sample," the doctor explained, holding a clipboard, "we'll check motility, which is how well they swim, morphology, where we look for any abnormalities, and we'll calculate the total, which is determined by multiplying concentration by volume." Adam nodded rapidly. "Growing up, I played a lot of team sports, and I always wore a cup in case that affects things." The doctor stared at him. That shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem, Adam repeated. Didn't think it would be. Okay, great. So, how much you need? Adam asked, gesturing to the specimen cup. Excuse me? He's just a little nervous.